July 11th, 2024. My name is Castan. My primary objective is to get Kenya out of Haiti. You can find this posted on my YouTube channel labeled PAN, one word, African, second word, Archive, the third word, and CLC, Pan African Archive CLC. As I said, my objective is to get Kenya out of Haiti. Now I'm going to start by speaking about ECOWAS. And what is the meaning of ECOWAS? It stands for the Economic Community of West African States. Now recently, Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso removed themselves from that organization. Hence, in fact, Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso merged into one nation confederation. They signed the agreement in the capital of Niger on Saturday, July 6, 2024. So this just happened recently, folks. So these great African leaders, which all of them are soldiers, have taken on the position that they want to be independent from the European Union, because ECOWAS falls under European guidance. They follow a lot of the guidance provided to them by the European nation. Okay. Now the signing capped the first joint summit of leaders. Niger's General Abu Dahem Tachina, Burkina Faso's Captain Ibrahim Traoré, and Mali's Colonel Assimi Goïta, since they came to power in successive coups in the bordering West African nation. So these gentlemen have come together. We're speaking about these particular West African countries here. You see Mali, you see Niger, and you see Burkina Faso. So these three countries have come together and have binded each other into a commitment where they are working on a Pan-African base. Now, my position here is, while African countries on the continent are raising their heads up and saying no to imperialism, back to Kenya, we have President William Ruto. I'm going to say this in the past tense, who came to the United States on the 23rd of May, 2024, where he had coffee with Genocide Joe. Now, Kenya is paid $109 million, that's mercenary dollar, by USA and its allies, and is charged with going into Haiti to perform a police act. So Ruto is going to go into Haiti to police my African brothers and sisters. Okay. I don't agree with that whatsoever, since Ruto is just coming off an indictment by the ICC, the International Criminal Court. His case was recently dismissed April 5, 2016. Now, I want everybody to come on board this so we can extract these Kenyan soldiers out of Haiti. That's my only objective at making this presentation. I'm going to provide some evidence that could compel people to support my idea of a combined effort to get Kenya out of Haiti. I'm actually calling for unity to defeat colonialism, because colonialism is in fact gentrification. And I also insist that we strike while the iron is hot. As for me, as a firm belief, I believe If Haiti is not free, no African will be free in the US and on the continent of Africa. I really believe so. Because if Haiti is right here next to 40 African American people living in this country, out of 360 million people in this country, there are 40 million African people living in this country, black people. Now, as for me, I was only a member of one organization that I could actually say that I supported fully and raised my hand and signed the document every time I went there. And that organization was called Harlem Fight Back. And I'm sure a lot of you elders are familiar with Jim Horton. He was the leader of Harlem Fight Back. He and I were great friends. We worked together at his Duane Street office, downtown Manhattan. And his good brother, Gil Noble, would always show up because those guys were the best of friends. I know some of you guys know who Gil Noble is also. He also worked as, like it is, CBS for maybe a decade plus years. Now also we had the Harlem Tenant Council member, Nellie Hesty Bailey, who also attended those meetings. And let me tell you exactly what those meetings were about. You know construction in New York City? How they kept black folks out? Now, Jim's ultimate goal was to shut down those sites and insist that these people hire black people. That was the game of Harlem Fight Back. And as we can see today, we have all these Latino people who are working in the construction, and yet Jim worked so hard. Jim passed about 10 years ago. He was a good friend. And I often think, what would he think after he did all this work? Tishman, I've gone to meeting with him at their headquarters downtown Wall Street on one occasion. And now all his work is being benefited by other people from different countries. Jim was never a hater, but he used to get angry like hell. Anyway, so that's who I worked with, Jim Horton, Harlem Fight Back. Now, the other organization that I currently support a very long time now, I've worked with organization indirectly, but I've always been there to support whatever activity or action they were engaged with. Now, that being said, I currently support CMOTEP, which the founder is Betty Dobson. And CMOTEP stands for Committee to Eliminate Media Offensive to African People. We recently headed to Netflix headquarters in New York City near Union Square, 14th Street, Union Square near Broadway, exactly. So we protested outside the Netflix headquarters, and we had many organizations there pretty much denouncing Good Time, the reboot, where they are maligning black people. They are making buffoonery out of us. It's like the old Jim Crow days where they would just laugh at us, make mockery of us. And we don't like that. So we went there and we protested Netflix. The other organization that I fully support is December 12th movement. I've always supported them because they work so hard in the community to make changes, to empower black people. Although I was never a member, I've always been there to support them because they work so hard. And working with them also, we had the great Charles Barron, the Barons, Inez and Charles Barron. I also have great esteem for that family because they also support the December 12th movement. And of course, the queen of it all was Viola Plummer, rest in power. So back to the Barons. Charles Barron has successfully kept Brownsville and East New York from being gentrified. I have his accomplishment in writing here somewhere. I would love to be able to reach and grab it and read it, but unfortunately, it may deter me from being in the position of recording this. If I could see it, I could take a look at it real quick, but that I can do sometimes tomorrow, because tomorrow I will be broadcasting in New York, WBAI.org, 99.5 FM at 11 o'clock in the morning. The host is Kathy Davis, and I am going to be making a presentation concerning my feelings about Kenya should be out of Haiti. Now, the third organization that I support is called Komokoda. This is a Haitian-run organization, and I support them a great deal. I'm also Haitian, and we protest the Citibank location in Greenwich Street in New York City, and we do that because in 1914, when the American invaded Haiti, they went into the National Bank of Haiti and extracted $500,000 worth of gold bullions from that particular location in Haiti, 1914, and they hauled it to Citibank. So since Citibank, the headquarters is actually in New York, Greenwich Street, we go there every year and we holler at them. And the idea is to shame them. And one of the main reasons why, that I support Komokoda is because shaming people is a very effective tool. Because when you shame people, you expose them to other people so they don't hide in the darkness. So Komokoda stands for Committee to Mobilize Against Dictatorship in Haiti. And also, Dahoud Andre, he's the vanguard of that organization, whom I also respect and hold in high esteem. He also hosts a show on a daily basis in a Haitian community called Etier Papa de Saline. He broadcasts to the Haitian public from Monday through Thursday, and he also broadcasts to general public, speaking English public, at WBAI on Fridays at 4 p.m. Now, I've posted this in the past. It deals with a brief look at imperialism, military intervention in Haiti. I'm not going to go too deep into this, but I am going to cover just enough for you to understand the premise that I'm taking this from. Now, the U.S. and its allies have intervened militarily in Haiti 5 times since 1915, always in the interest of stability, the rule of law, and of course, to protect the Haitian people. In reality, all these interventions aim to enforce the grip of imperialism on Haiti. So none of that was true. They wanted to hold us real tight so they can control us, because they like to use us as resources to build their infrastructure. As I mentioned once before, I went to school in Haiti when I was a young man, between the age of, 6, 7, 8, 9. And directly behind our school was a factory. My school was called Saint Trinité, and it was near the White House in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Directly behind that school, there was a factory where baseballs were manufactured. So they only went into Haiti to use us as resources, for cheap labor in their factories. Okay, now, also, in September 1915, the U.S. invaded Haiti. Now, I did say 1914, but 1914-15, somewhere in the middle. That's when they stole the gold from the Capital Bank in Port-au-Prince, and they stayed there until 1934. But the official date is 1914. But we can just say September 15 to 1934. They stayed there for that long. Now, after decades of instability, In 1957, Francois Duvalier, known as Papa Doc, became president of Haiti. Now, he established a rule of absolute terror enforced by paramilitary called Tonton Macoute. I'm sure some of you guys have heard of the viciousness of the Tonton Macoute. In fact, I was still in Haiti when the Tonton Macoute were still running the country. Now, anyone suspected of even whispered dissent or who simply got in the way of the regime, Duvalier's regime, could be hunted down, tortured, and entombed for life in the regime dungeon at Fort Dimanche. Now, it is estimated at least 50,000 people were killed by the regime. Now, the U.S. backed Duvalier. Okay, the United States backed this man, especially after the Cuban Revolution in 1959. They wanted to make sure that Haiti was in the U.S. grip. They didn't want Haiti to partake as friendship with Cuba. And Duvalier ensured that by feeling the need to fight communism. Now let's skip to the 1971. When Papa Doc Duvalier died, he was replaced by his son, Jean-Claude Baby Doc, who continued the terror and worked with the U.S. to expand possibilities for capitalist, imperialist exploitation of the people. So the U.S. has always backed the government in Haiti who allowed it to exploit the people. Now, I'm saying all this because the Haitian people are in the condition that they're in right now because of U.S. intervention all while long. And to have these African leaders such as Gregory Meeks, prominent lawyer, U.S. Representative Al Sharpton, Ron Daniel, the NAACP, and the Urban League, insists that Kenya is in the right by going into Haiti to promote peace. Now, if these leaders, I'm going ahead of the game, if these leaders are aware of all this atrocity, why would they think that the U.S. does not have a hand in the invasion of Haiti? But I'm going to continue my point, okay? Now, when Papa Doc Duvalier died, okay, great, I already covered that. Okay, when his Haiti regime finally overthrown in 1986, that's Baby Doc regime finally got overthrown in 1986, the U.S. rescued him. A U.S. Air Force jet flew him and his family to a safe haven in France. And I believe that it was Nice, N-I-C-E, Nice, France, where it's real quiet. I've been there myself, actually, real quiet. Now, in September 1991, under the administrative of George H.W. Bush, the CIA collaborated with local military force to stage a bloody coup d'etat against the elected government of the president, Jean-Bertrand Aristide. So you see, they insist on disabling the country when we promoted our own president, because I was there when he was, what's that word, when they put him in power. The inauguration, yeah, I know, I can pronounce that word, inauguration. When they inaugurated him, I recall sitting next to my father on 34th Street and my aunt, Wowo, we call her Wowo, and supposedly a peasant woman walked to Aristide and placed a lei around his neck. So, and he bent his neck, signifying that he was for the people. Now, Bush didn't like that at all. So they had a coup and had Jean-Bertrand Aristide ousted because he considered Aristide at odds with the U.S. interests. Now, under a new military regime of General Cedra, a reign of terror was set loose and thousands of Aristide's supporters were killed, especially in the slums like Cité Soleil, That's where his base of support primarily came from, were the peasant people who he tried to make great changes for. Now, in September 1994, President Clinton, elected in 92, was critical of Bush's coup against Aristide. So Clinton thought Aristide could be brought under the wings of the U.S. and become an asset. Clinton assembled a naval armada of 25,000 troops to return Aristide to Haiti and compel General Cedra to hold free election. So, first they bloody coup and got rid of Aristide under George Bush. Okay, now this is what the people are dealing with now. This type of tyranny. That Clinton had to bring 25,000 troops into Haiti to put fear in General Cedra's heart in order to allow for fair election. So the Haitian people are totally under attack at all time. So Aristide was elected. By a landslide. But while mainly accepting imperialist domination, he pushed back on some things. For instance, he insisted on friendly relations with neighboring Cuba. Okay? Now, as I pointed out, Duvalier was very, very happy to show hate for Cuba just to satisfy America. That was in 1959. Now, the U.S. was trying to isolate Cuba. And Aristide, he also outraged France by demanding it to repay $21 billion that France had extracted from Haiti in the 19th century as compensation for the French-owned enslaved people liberated by the Haitian Revolution. So we're saying Aristide, once he returned as president under a landslide mandate, he pointed the finger at France and said, listen guys, we want that $21 million that you forced us to pay in the 19th century, which was around 18 N year, but it was the 19th century. Now later on, as the French ambassador would later acknowledge, this was one of the reasons that the US and France collaborated in yet another coup against Aristide. So Aristide faced two coups. First it was a bloody, then Clinton returned them to Haiti. And then the second one, it was when France and the US collaborated because he had requested that France pay back the $21 billion. So at the height of the coup, the US abducted Aristide, put him on a plane, and flew him to Central African Republic. Now, I was alert very much when that happened. It was strange. They went into the palace, they put a gun to the president's head, they kidnapped him, President Aristide, and they flew him to the African Republic, the Central African Republic, which is a very, 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 I hate to use the word poor, but the Central African Republic is a very poor, dry country. So they were more than happy to take Aristide because the US paid him. So I'm not gonna go any further on this issue here. Now, to compound the complication of the Haitian people, according to government sources now, there's a family, BGO family, who promote the funding of Haiti's murderous gangs. Now this was something that's recent as December 16, 2022. Now there are estimated that Gilbert Biggio, the age 86 patriot, is worth $1 billion. His background, he's a Sephardic Jewish family from Aleppo in the Ottoman Empire known as Syria. So he's a Syrian who pretty much owns almost the richest man in Haiti is a Jewish Syrian person who funded the gangs to create disable Haiti and have it upside down, chaotic, so he can rule, autonomously, or I should say, in a plutocracy where he's the richest person, so he rules. And that was one of Jim's favorite words too. He said, "Castan, this is the plutocracy. The rich rule over the poor. That's all it is," he used to tell me. He was a good brother. I in fact love Jim. Okay, now Biggio is a Sephardic Jewish family from Aleppo in the Ottoman Empire, known as Syria, whose family engaged in Haiti since 1896. We're talking about the 19th century, close to the end of the 19th century. In 4 years, the century will end. We'll be in the 20th century. So the family has also been involved in other commercial activities all throughout the country. The Biggio family has remained in Haiti prominent in business affairs for 3 generations. Of course, 3 generations, since 1896. Four more years would make it the 20th century, 1900. So for 3 generations, these Syrian Jews have pretty much run Haiti from the top of the mountain somewhere. Now, this is from a government source, of course. I was not there, but information is readily available for whoever looks for it. And they call this dirty money. They called it. Businessman Gilbert Biggio is facing penalties for his alleged involvement with the violence that engulfed the country during Prime Minister Ariel Henry's corrupt regime. Now, we're talking about recently, 2022, okay? Now, I'm making this point here is that we have these leaders. I'm back at them again. Gregory Weldon Meeks, prominent lawyer, U.S. Representative Al Sharpton, National Action Network, and Ron Daniels. He's a great pontificator. I listen to him. I never liked him, I'll be honest, because I don't like people who pontificate too much because they don't get anywhere. All he does is just talk. And then we have the NAACP, the Urban League, who encourage Genocide Joe to pay $106 million or $109 million to Ruto to go into Haiti and control my people. Now, if these so-called leaders are vaguely aware of the history that is current history, it's not even history 100 years ago, this is all current history. Now, why would they take a position against the Haitian people and go to a church in Brooklyn, New York? I used to live near there, Starlight City, Linden Boulevard, Pennsylvania. The exit, I believe, is 12 of the Bell Parkway. A mega church. They went there trying to promote the invasion of Haiti, blessing it. It really sucks. Now, according to Canadian government, I wasn't going to say which government, but the Canadian government, 2 Haitian millionaires accused, I should say, by Canada of corrupting and enabling murderous gangs to run rampant across the long-suffering island nation, were helped for years by U.S. lawyers and bankers to buy offshore companies such luxuries as multi-million-dollar ocean views home in Florida. Records show. So we have government agencies who are, what's that word? Not plotting, who are documenting these criminalities by these people. So they are jotting down what they are doing. And they know they are part of the problem in Haiti. They are the ones who are purchasing these weapons and giving it to these gangs to destabilize and cause chaos in Haiti because they want to be the ruling class. They want to sustain the plutocracy. They want to be rich and in charge of everyone. Now, the Bigio is the richest person on the island of Haiti. As we have already discerned, he's a Jewish person from Syria. Now, in December, the Foreign Ministry of Canada sanctioned Gilbert Bigio, that's Bigio, who is often referred to as Haiti's richest person. Richest person. And he's called the Haitian elite. Who's also displayed here as the person who elicit financial and operational support to arm the gangs. Now, this is Foreign Ministry of Canada who put these charges against Gilbert Bigio. Now, Gregory Meeks, a lawyer, Al Sharpton, a semi-scholar. I'm not gonna doubt he's a smart person. And Ron Daniel, he talks so much, I don't know if he's smart or not, but just because you have a PhD or MHD doesn't make you smart, because I don't have any of that. And I know for sure that I'm smarter than these guys. And I say that with my eyes wide open. Okay. Now, together, Abdallah and Bigio, these are the two purport richest individuals on the island of Haiti, own or had other links to almost 20 companies and trusts created in some of the world's most secretive tax havens. So you know where those tax havens are: America, the Cayman Islands, and other places that we don't know, France. According to documents from Pandora Papers, a global investigation by the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists. So these guys are prominent, Pandora Papers. I suppose their words are vetted out very well to ensure that there is legitimacy to what they say. Now, lawyers and bankers in Miami provide the men with tax advice, that's what I said, letters of references and other service, according to leaked file that formed the basis of the 2021 investigation by the ICIJ and media partners. Canada has reason to believe these individuals are using their status as high-profile members of economic elite in Haiti to protect and enable the illegal activities of armed criminal gangs. Do you hear that? I'm going to read it again. Canada has reason to believe these individuals are using their status as high-profile members of the economic elite in Haiti to protect and enable the illegal activities of armed criminal gangs, including through money laundering and other acts of corruption. That's what the government says, the government of Canada. So apparently there's a good case being made by the government of Canada against these family who run Haiti. Now, let's get back to UHURU now. So we know a lot of Haitians don't support the invasion of Haiti by these Kenyan police people who initially they boldly lied to us and said, hey, we sent 400 of them. And the plane that they landed in could only hold about 200 odd soldiers. So they love to lie right in our faces. Yeah, Gregory Weldon Meeks, lawyer and U.S. representative. Since 1998, this man has been working for the U.S. government. Gregory Weldon Meeks. 98. 2 more years is 2000, and we're in 2024 now. So he's embedded with all this crime against Haiti. So this is why I'm calling these guys out. Now, I'm not just calling them out for no reason. What I really want us to do is to go to the Kenyan consulate at a logistic moment between maybe the hours of, let's say, 10 and 2, and protest whatever country that you're in, whatever state that you're in. Well, whatever country. There's a consulate in New York, there's one in Washington, or maybe there's one in other states. I'm not certain, but I know there's one in New York. I've been there, and I know there's one in Washington, D.C. I was there on May 23rd, 2024, when William Ruto came to the U.S. to have coffee with the Genocide Joe family. And this is the moment that Genocide Joe is aiding and abetting the genocide of the people in Gaza. This is why I was out there protesting against that also, while Biden, that guy Obama and Clinton, they were somewhere in the city trying to raise money for Biden. And we were out there protesting across from that hotel. I forgot what it was called, but we protested the genocidal act towards the Palestinian people. Now, granted, I stand alone with my conscience. I hardly ever see anyone fully supporting the Haitian issue. They are aware of what's happening in Haiti, and I've never seen, maybe once, I better pull that one back. I think I've seen one Palestinian with the Palestinian flag at the consulate office at 48th Street and First Avenue supporting us. But there should be more, because there's so much black people who support or who are against the genocide, and they do go out there and support the Palestinian people. Now, the funny thing about this, right? After months of being blocked by Republican lawmakers from funding an armed security mission to Haiti, Secretary of State Anthony Blinken has directed the State Department to proceed with $109 million in funding to help special forces, cops from Kenya to deploy in Haiti. $109 million, that is mercenary money. They are paying Kenya to go into Haiti and provoke our people. Now, understand this. The same June 25th day that Kenya landed in Haiti, raising its flag, I seen them come off the airplane, with the flag, just raising it. The same day Kenya Parliament is burned down. The same day, June 25th, Gen Z burned down Parliament. So while Kenya launches its flag in Haiti, Gen Z burns the Parliament while raising the Kenyan flag also. Now, could you imagine that? They go into Haiti purportedly to support, but they go there for the money. But President William Ruto is criminal, as I pointed out. The International Criminal Court just vindicated him after being charged for human rights abuse. That was 2016, April 5, 2016. So we're talking about someone with a record of brutalizing the people of Kenya. But as we can see right now, he still is brutalizing the people of Kenya. Gen Zs are being abducted from the street. By all accounts, maybe around 35 of them have been murdered by the Ruto regime. So, Ruto lands his soldiers in Haiti June 25th, and Gen Z burns Parliament June 25th. Now, isn't that ironic? I think it's very ironic. And it's pretty much the writings on the wall. Something is definitely fishy there. As I said, I supported Komokoda on a protest to Washington, D.C. on May 2020, 23, 24 to protest Kenya. And at the we also went to the Haitian consulate also. Now, folks, you have to keep your eyes open. There's a major shift on the African continent at this point here. And this is why I am pretty much speaking about contiguously Haiti and Africa, Kenya, and Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. Now, these three countries have created a confederation. They've removed themselves from the organization called, just had it here, ECOWAS. Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso just removed themselves from ECOWAS. ECOWAS stands for the Economic Community of West African States. So they say we don't want to deal with these guys anymore because they are not working for the African benevolency. They are working for the other people. So there's a shockwave right now. They've also decided to join BRICS, which stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and why am I forgetting what S stands for? That's strange. Okay, let's drop it. So BRIC, maybe it's just BRIC. Brazil, Russia, India, and China. So they've pretty much have requested to join that group. Now, Burkina Faso's Ibrahim Traoré seized power in a military coup in 2022, becoming the youngest leader in the world. The youngest leader in the world. That's awesome. Now, as we recall, things got so bad in Haiti in the, that's the 18th century. 1791, it was still the 18th century. So, Haiti declared DEFCON 3 in 1791, DEFCON 1 being the highest. So apparently, they had allies who were not all African people. There were some white people, Poland, Germans, So they couldn't kill everybody just because they were white. So they're pretty smart people, very wise. They know not all white people are the same. But in saying that, I'm going to use one of Ali's anecdote. Ali says, he knows all white people are not the same. However, if there are 10,000 snakes and 1,000 of them means them harm. Correction, there are 10,000 snakes, 1,000 of them are good. Now, is he expected to have those 1,000 snakes to encamp him to protect him from the other 9,000 snakes? He said the best thing to do is to close the door and keep all the 10,000 snakes out, which is rational, because 1,000 snakes cannot protect you from 9,000 snakes. So we know all white people are not the same. However, we cannot open the door to allow the 1,000 who means us harm. So I'm with Ali on that. So, DEFCON 3, we took account that all white people are not the same. We could have said DEFCON 1 and killed them all. We did not do that. And The Haitian people were colonized. Their mind and bodies both were colonized. And they broke the chains. The revolution started and it ended. When something starts, it will end eventually. They attempted to decolonize their mind. I know our minds are still colonized, but the most important thing is we have to decolonize our mind. We have to start standing up as a people who are not answering to other people at a drop of the dime, or betraying each other, or overlooking some facts, such as I pointed out, the misleadership has overlooked all the writing on the wall and have sold the Haitian down the river. Now, another thing, the presidency is like a bus route. Now, I wrote this about 15 years ago. Obama had just become president, or they were about to vote him in. I had established a mentoring relationship with about 6 or 9 young men living in the immediate area of the 179th and Grand Concourse, the Bronx. Most of them expressed great enthusiasm towards Obama. Now, I used to hang out with them sometimes. I liked them, they liked me, and I advised them. As I said, I was in a mentorship position. I didn't, that's who I am. So, most of them expressed great enthusiasm towards Obama. And during the course of conversation one day, one of the young men asked me how I felt about Obama. I hesitated. I surely did. I didn't want to, bust the bubbles of these young men who thought Obama was going to be such a great thing for them. Like American these days, they still look at Obama like he's something special. And Obama, in fact, was the president who took a lot from black people. We lost more rights under Obama. And Obama shook Muammar Gaddafi's hand and then later on murdered him. And this is why we have slavery today in Libya. Okay, to continue my answer to this gentleman, forgot his name. So, I explained to him that the presidency is like a bus route. Many drivers will exchange shifts. However, the bus route never changes. You do understand that, right? The minute a driver deviates from the established route, he is fired. You do understand that, right? Same as the presidency of the US. The president must follow the agenda laid out by white supremacy. Because as soon as a president changes the route from the laid out white supremacy's plan, the agenda, he's either assassinated, or assassinated. JFK, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Robert K., and many others tried and wanted to change the route of this country. And we all know the rest. They were Medgar Evers, they were all assassinated. So, key thing here, my primary objective is to get Kenya out of Haiti. Now, our leadership, so-called black leadership, have overlooked everything that I just pointed out to you. The American excursion into Haiti, the plutocracy that's going on in Haiti, the rich people who are arming these poor people to do the dirty deed for them, and Ruto, who's going into Haiti, actually has gone into Haiti June 25th, while his own government, parliament, is burned down on June 25th. So I point all this out to say we need a logistic plan to show some love to the Haitian people. We need to show them some love. So I request that anyone understanding what I say, you can always go to my YouTube channel, which is Pan African Archive CLC. And I want to lay out a logistic plan so we can protest the Kenyan's embassy, consulate office, everywhere, so they can remove those Kenyan police out of Haiti. That's my sole objective for this presentation. I just had to lay out some facts. Nothing happens in a vacuum. Those Haitian people are being dumped on, and I resent the African contingent overlooking that. Castan, July 11th, 2024. I will also be on the radio tomorrow at 11 a.m. WBAI.org, 99.5 FM. I need you guys to support Haiti. I need you guys to help get the Kenyans out of Haiti.